Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the CHALL, your football and basketball and sport fan, and welcome to the live reaction to the final of the UEFA Champions League 2022. Liverpool 0, Real Madrid 1. We are going to be putting the StreamYard link in the description, so I please do go and recommend that you redo. In fact, now I'm going to put it in the StreamYard chat, and then you'll be able to see it for yourself. So if you do want to call in and share your thoughts, then please do. But I thought I'd give you my thoughts as well today. So please do like, comment, subscribe if you are new around here. Really important that you do subscribe. We just passed a huge milestone on the channel, a quarter of a million views, and this channel's only been going about a year and a half, which is unbelievable. So big thank you for that. But let's get straight into reviewing this then. So Perry Sports, big up yourself. Courtois, so good. I'm going to get on about Thibaut Courtois in a little bit because he was immense tonight. He is like, thank you very much. But let's get started then, shall we? Keep your comments coming in, guys. Super chat your questions as well. I think I've turned super chat on. Comment down below if I have or I haven't, because I don't know if I have. But I'd like to double check whether I have or not. I don't know if I have or not. Just comment down below, guys, if super chat's on, because I really don't know if it's on. What do you think of Luton Town? Luton, they did very well. They can hold their head up for next season. So I've seen some people saying that they're going to be in like the next Barnsley and be relegated next season. No, they're not. Yeah, I've just seen Super Chat is on, thank God. So there we go. But let's talk about what's happened tonight then. So Real Madrid for me were, I would say, the deserved winners. And the reason why I say Real Madrid deserved to win that game is I feel like every time Liverpool tried to come forward, Real Madrid had an answer for it, whether it was straight at Courtois, whether the defence got involved, whether it was a collective effort. Real Madrid had an answer for everything Liverpool tried to throw at them. But with Liverpool, it just seemed like one extra pass or one extra touch too many. And it just felt like Liverpool were just doing too much. And, I think Canate can hold his head up tonight. I think that Canate went in a few times and put in the right kind of tackles. So, I feel like Canate can hold his head up tonight. But, I think Salah could have maybe got involved a bit more. I think Mane tried to get involved a lot more, but just didn't seem like anything was folding. Fabinho had a couple of cracks. If you're in good goal scoring form, why not? But, if you're not in the right position, yeah, at least you had a go. But, next time try and get it on target. I'm a Luton fan, but live in Donny. I came to some Donny games this year and got signed by all players. Unlucky that you went down. Yeah, but we'll try and come back next season. But like I said, I think Liverpool just weren't up to it tonight. I think that, like I said, Real Madrid had an answer for everything. Thibaut Courtois was world class tonight. Had an answer for everything. Caught or stopped every single thing that went in his way. Courtois was just so dominant. He was a beast. He was a shot-stopping elite. It was a world-class save of the ball. And I think Courtois definitely earned the man of the match award for me tonight. I would be very surprised if he didn't get man of the match tonight, because I think Courtois was just on another level. The Vinicius goal was a good goal. Nicely worked, and then Vinicius Jr. puts it in the back of the net. The goal that was disallowed at the end of the first half, now, I'll be brutally honest here, that came off Fabinho's knee. And for me, that shouldn't have been disallowed. I think Real Madrid should have won this by at least 2 tonight because of that disallowed goal. So for me, I feel like Liverpool should have conceded 2 goals by the end of tonight. But it was a close one at times, but I think Madrid just edged it for me. I think that Ancelotti did well with that team tonight. That game was really close tonight. It was indeed, mate. It really was, and I feel like Madrid, like I said, just edged it for me tonight. I think that Madrid, like I said, they've done what they needed to do to edge the game out. What a day of football overall. Look at the previous two games today in England. Wrexham losing 5-4 to Grimsby in the playoff semi-final. Port Vale beating Mansfield 3-0 in the League Two playoff final. And then tomorrow, we've got two playoff games. We've got Solihull Moors Chesterfield in the other semi-final in the National League, and the Championship playoff final between Forest and Huddersfield. And then we've got next Sunday, which will be our playoff final in the National League between the winner of between Grimsby and the winner of tomorrow's semi-final. So there's a lot of good up and coming football coming up, but tonight's football was unbelievable. How mate are Horton available? Charlton interested in Horton? I'd be very surprised, but okay. Horton's out of contract to us. He's leaving on a free. So, nowhere near 1 mil. No way. So happy Liverpool lost that. Hopefully their fans will humble a bit now. I have seen a lot of cocky Liverpool fans. The humble ones I'll give massive respect to. The humble ones that are like taking defeat in their stride, I give massive respect to. But for the ones that are just cocky and arrogant and how do you feel right now? Back in your hole. I went Hull away, mental. I bet it was, mate. I hope Donegal up next season. I think we'll be in the race. We will be in the race. We'll hopefully bring in some good recruitment in the summer, get rid of some of the deadwood, and go again next season. Big up Chalbro. We should have won that. I think Liverpool could have done better with their chance. I'm not going to lie. I think there was one ball too many sometimes. Horton is good though. He's all right, but he's just not had a consistent chance to prove himself at Rovers. So I think he just needs to drop down a couple of divisions just to regain that first team status. But we've got Perry, who's a Hull fan. Mate, what about that?
You just saw it coming, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, Liverpool just weren't putting in the right balls. They weren't putting in the right chances for me. Everything was going to Courtois straight away. Just for me, it just seemed like Madrid were going to win that.
I mean, I'm not pointing fingers here. Liverpool were good. It was the final product that let them down. But there's one person I'm particularly disappointed with, and that's Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't think he was out whatsoever today. And for him to go into England tomorrow or whenever it is, with not only just losing the Champions League final, but not having the best of games, how is that going to affect him?
Yeah, and look at the season now. Liverpool have just come out of it with a second place finish, a Champions League final defeat, an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Man City have come out with it with the league title. Real Madrid have come out with it with the Liga title and the Champions League title. I think Liverpool's, I think there's some embarrassing Man U fans out there that will actually take malice in Liverpool's defeat to say, haha, we still won the treble and you guys haven't. But
I don't want to hear a word from United.
Exactly. I think if any Man U fan comes out tonight and says, well, at least we've still got the only treble in Europe.
I've already seen it.
Don't cling on to the past, mate. Look at your team.
I've already seen it. I've already seen it once.
You've already seen it once tonight.
What was your season? Please tell me.
For God's sake. I can't believe there's actually someone, a Man U fan out there, that's actually gone out there and said, at least we've won the European treble and you guys haven't.
I don't know if he was a United fan.
Look at your season, for God's sake.
I'm not sure if he was a United fan, but there was something saying it was something along the line of United still have that treble, so I assume he's a United fan.
I bet it was a United fan. We're going to bring Max in as well, another Hull fan who's a Liverpool fan as well. Max.
Thibaut, Courtois is so good. He's
Courtois was world class tonight. Max?
I'm now depressed Tiger HD.
Oh, there you go.
It's all right. You still got a whole city with your multi-millionaire owners.
I was saying multi-millionaire.
Don't. To be fair, I'd probably prefer to talk about Hull City in a minute. I mean, we'd probably lose more dramatically than that, but I mean, you know.
But no, like I was saying, I think Courtois was man of the match. No one can dispute Courtois man of the match tonight.
He has to be. There's no two ways about it. He's kept Real in that game, so
he kept Real in front in every minute of that game.
I think Luka Modric did well in that midfield for someone of his age and how long he's been there. Modric was a machine in that midfield, but Courtois just kept them in it. Just kept them save after save after save.
Courtois was the one for me. Watching some of these saves again, it's just like, how have you made them saves?
Exactly. And it's so simple.
It's unbelievable.
Match.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But saying that, Liverpool should have been 1-0 down going into the half-time break. That should never get disallowed. Never ever get disallowed.
What do you mean?
Why should it get disallowed? It came off Fabinho for crying out loud.
Because it wasn't deliberate. It came off Fabinho, yes. No. Lewis.
It came off Fabinho.
Lewis,
There's
wait.
evidence it came off Fabinho.
Lewis, it came off Fabinho, but it was called off. It was disallowed because it wasn't a deliberate it wasn't a deliberate way to get it to him. It wasn't a deliberate
It wasn't deliberate, no, but I think
it still came off
in this day and age, I think the referee probably should have still given it.
That's why I was so confused at the time, because when it was getting checked, I was like, well, Robertson's playing him on, so what's happening here? But
yeah,
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, but goalkeeper is always the last line of defence. I mean, it's mystery player.
I think the goal that they actually scored, though, I mean, there was talk of that being potentially offside by a smidgen, but looking on the replay,
it was onside.
Yeah,
it was onside. It was onside by like a tur.
Yeah, I think
Trent needs to work on that marking. He couldn't mark a toddler's spelling test. Like
Trent's marking tonight was not great.
He was poor.
That goal was easily preventable from Trent. He just didn't get across quick enough and just lost it. So
the ball, man.
But then Liverpool had chances to come forward. They just didn't take them, partly because of Courtois, partly because of the Real Madrid defence, but partly because it just seemed like there wasn't any press going forward. It felt like Mane was doing jack. It felt like Salah was doing jack. It felt like Firmino, when he came on, tried at least, but he didn't get much involved. But
Salah should have scored at least once. That chance where the touch was exquisite. He ran into the box. He could have buried it. Instead, it came off Courtois' leg. I was absolutely fuming.
Thing is, though, again, Salah, big final this season, just hasn't got the goal to show for it, or hasn't really turned up as much as he should have done. Do we give Salah this opportunity now to, next season work in these finals and see if he delivers on the big occasion next season?
Well, we can't keep going on about it. Will he perform, here, this, that, and another? He's had a good season. I hate when fans are just like, and it happens with Ronaldo, it happens with Bruno Fernandes, it happens with Salah. Let me know when he turns up to a big final. Let me know when this happens. It's just like, it's annoying. But what I will say is, about the build-up play for Liverpool, it seems so slow and static at times.
Yeah.
So slow. Well, Real, straight on that field. Liverpool, yes, they're trying to find a pass, but they're so static and trying to do it.
Yeah, I think the build-up play was quite lethargic at times, especially in that second half. The build-up.
It's just... And then, I mean, I know we can't go off stats, but I know Liverpool's had something like 24 shots and Real Madrid had something like 3. It just reminds you of FIFA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Seriously.
20 plus attempts and we couldn't even score once.
Yeah,
we only needed one. Just one goal.
Oh, wow.
Me
Carl Moe
too.
was in town tonight to watch the final.
The last time they lost the final was 41 years ago against Liverpool at that very stadium.
Oh.
Why couldn't history repeat itself?
And to be honest with you, I think part of it was due to the fact that they lost the Premier League title. I think Liverpool was still haunted by that. I think that let him get
I
to
didn't
him.
really
I think
care
they
about
just
the Premier
finished
League
the season.
title. I was just focused on beating Real Madrid at that point. But,
Well, no, but no, I just feel like that Premier League title loss has really has quite affected Liverpool. I feel
It definitely
like
would have had some ton in it because of
I think
how it's been
finished
lost.
the they finished the season quite poor, in my opinion. I think they did the job against Wolves, but Man City just came back strong against Aston Villa and took the title. But I think mentally, that kind of drama, I think, affected the Liverpool players, and I think they were just thinking of the occasion rather than the actual match, and just focused on getting 90 minutes done, trying to get the win over Madrid in one game.
I'm just like to say, I reckon it's definitely been put into account. It's definitely a toll on what's happened tonight, but I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just, let's just say, hats off to Thibaut Courtois. It's like he said, he wasn't respected that much in England. I think after tonight, he needs a lot more respect on his name after tonight, because let's just say, without him, Liverpool possibly could have won this for 3-4-1.
I wouldn't say that, because I still think some of the build-up play and some of the chance that they had was quite poor. I think Real Madrid would have probably at least taken it to extra time. But
yeah, I mean, like, the chances that if it was someone else in goal and not Courtois, like the Salah one, the Mane one, I think it was. If it weren't, that probably would have been goal. But that's all if buts and maybes. For all we know, they could have had, I don't know, Doncaster's goalkeeper, and he could have made them saves. It's all if buts and maybes.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, are you? But no, let's have a look at the comment section. Doncaster done the signings, just Harrison Biggins. There might be some news out. I think there is some news out tomorrow, so I'd stay tuned on social media for that one, because I think there's some news out tomorrow, from what I've been told from a journalist, about a possible happening. I will be doing a video tomorrow as well on Joe Dadu, because Notts County and Walsall are after him, and there's definitely hints that he's going. So I'll be doing a video on that tomorrow, as well as also Joe Wright potentially returning. It seems like Liverpool didn't like finals this year. 3 cup finals, 0 goals. That start, I can't believe that start. 3 cup finals and 0 goals.
God, yeah, two penalty yards, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, I couldn't believe that stat. Finally, then, just before we go off the air, it was only supposed to be a short one tonight. Let's talk about Mane, because what happens to him now? Seems like personal terms have been agreed with Bayern Munich. If you were Sadio Mane, would you go to Bayern Munich and leave Liverpool to pick up the pieces, or would you stay at Liverpool and try and get him that next Champions League before you leave?
Who was starting with?
Anyone.
Got Max. Assuming you're a Liverpool fan. If you're here.
What? Yeah. What now?
Sorry,
I was looking somewhere.
Mane, personal terms agree with Munich. Do you think he should stay after this final defeat, or do you think he should go?
It's a hard decision. I said it in the watch along that I was on earlier. I don't mind him going, because it gives a starting place for Jota, if needed, and for Firmino, depending which one of them starts playing more often. But when if it goes, it's a good move for him. get some experience playing in Germany. I'm not too fussed with it because we've got the squad depth to fill his place. I don't want him to go because he's been quite an efficient player for us recently in the past. But I mean, after this final, I think, if I'm honest, I want him to stay to see if we can get it next year. But then again, we're gonna have to see. But I mean, I don't mind him going, and if he goes, then good luck to him. He's always been a star player for us. So
I think that's the thing with Mane. I think whether he goes or stays, he's been one of the best modern day club servants in Liverpool's history.
yeah, he's been a star man. He's been that man to tap in the goals if need be. He's been there to get the assists, get the goals, get the passing, getting whatever needs to be done. And he's one of those players that we've needed in the squad for the past few years to battle and attempt to get the victories in major games like this. I mean, obviously this year wasn't our year, just like many others, but it was one of those. And if he goes, then good for him. Have a good time in Germany. Get some good experience under your belt. But yeah, we'll all miss him if he goes. But I mean, I don't want him to go. But you know, it'll happen at some point. And either way, I'm going to be happy for him, no matter what his choice is. His choice is what matters. If he decides to stay, then great. If he doesn't, then it's fine with me. We have enough players to get the game time refilled. So I wish him all the best if he does go, but I do kind of want him to stay for another season. But if he's already agreed terms and conditions and everything, then just go for it, mate. I just go for it, because I don't know about what's going to happen next season with Haaland signing for City. They might not win them the Champions League, but I mean, you know, it's always a possibility. But if he goes, he goes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's not a problem with me, and I just wish him all the best. So thank you, Mane, for everything you've done for us. I hope you stay, but you'll have a good experience in Germany, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan, thank you very, very much for your 79p donation.
Oh yeah,
Lewis,
I forgot you can donate on this channel.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird being able to do super. I receive super chats on the channel now. It's weird. Lewis, Sadio Mane. You think he's going to go to Munich, or do you think he's going to do a turn and stay?
Yeah, I think he's going. I think I've heard rumours apparently they are looking at a potential, like, another player to potentially come in. And I got told earlier by another YouTuber, I can't remember who it was.
No, for me, I don't think you need a replacement. You've got Luis Diaz, you've got Diogo Jota, and you've also got Harvey Elliott.
I was going to say, but do you really need another replacement? Because you have them ready-made players like your Firmino, like your Diaz, and then you have up-and-coming talents like Curtis Jones, I'm pretty sure he can play on the left. Harvey Elliott. Can that Carvalho guy play on the left? Like they've just started for him. So we have plenty of options there. That Kay Gordon from, I want to say from Derby was. Him as well. They've got plenty of options there, and plenty of good enough options. Harvey Elliott, obviously, like I say. They're nothing for them.
Fabio Carvalho.
Yeah. It's
one of them.
But for me personally, will Mane leave? I think he will. I think
I think that's Mane done in English football for now.
I think it's a question because I saw on TikTok earlier, before this, he was mentioned, before the Champions League final, he was mentioned about big clubs like, Bayern Munich and that. And he said, I'm not prepared to transfer yet at the minute, I'm just focusing on the Champions League with Liverpool. And then after that, I will make my decision. After that, I'll make my decision. And after that, I will let you know my answer to
the
big name clubs, such as United and that. So yeah, for me, do I think that's the last of Mane? Yes.
Yeah. I'm sort of thinking the same thing as you. I think with what the journalists have been saying and what the journalists have reported, and what I've been told by journalists, the personal terms have been agreed with Mane. I think it's literally just a case of finalising everything, getting the medical date sorted, going to Munich, doing the medical or wherever he does the medical, and holding up the shirt, which I think could be in the next couple of months. So I think it's a given. I think,
but there again, we do have to beg a question here on the Bayern Munich signing terms, because they've got the likes of Sane, Gnabry, Coman, that lad that they got from I think it was from Leipzig last season. What was his name? Sabitzer. So they've got options there as well. So it's a weird one, but it might be down to squad depth or whether they're planning to move someone on and needs a replacement.
Yeah, absolutely. So just before we go, there has been a few sort of post-match statements. So Carlo Ancelotti has said, "What happens now? Holiday." I think that's every Rovers fan. I think that's every Rovers fan. I think that's most Real Madrid fans after this season. Florentino Perez says Mbappe does not exist tonight, only Real Madrid's party, which pretty much, I think that's a slight dig at Mbappe's new contract. Gerard says Mbappe must be thinking, how did I say no to them?
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see what said. To be honest, though, we'll see what PSG do. We'll see what PSG do next season, because imagine if they finish in a better position in Europe than Real Madrid next season. You know, he could come back to bite him, that comment. Carlo Ancelotti says we have the best goalkeeper for sure and the best striker in the world, talking about Benzema and Courtois. Vinicius Junior, match winner in his first Champions League final.
Statement.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Match winner in his first Champions League final, Vinicius Junior, Luka Modric with the title. Tony Cruz says Liverpool dominated us for 90 minutes. You had 90 minutes. You come up with two shit questions, two negative questions. I can tell you right away you're German, and walked away. So that was a very different answer there from Tony Cruz. Thousands of Real Madrid fans gathered and started the celebrations in Cibeles. Klopp's come out and said Courtois made some unbelievable saves. Luka Modric has renewed his contract with Real Madrid after this final, so he has got a new contract.
Well, that was quick.
So that was quick. I think it was probably announced there before the final.
That was probably more or less done. He probably has said, if we win this, I'll stay. If we don't, I'll leave. Yeah,
and a big statement from Perez, Mbappe is forgotten. Interesting. So
I don't think he is forgotten.
Is that it now? Is that it?
I doubt it, I doubt it because they have filed complaints, haven't they? So I doubt that's it.
Yeah, I maybe it was just slight digs here and there.
That's just a in the moment situation.
Yeah. When's the next Donny game? It will be on the 30th of July when the season starts. But if you're looking before that, it'll be pre-season, which the schedule for that gets revealed next week. And then in mid-June we get our kit details, so I can't wait to see what the new kit looks like. Gnabry leaving Bayern. Obviously, we knew that already over the past 24 hours, but that is true.
No, I didn't know that, to be honest.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting with that one. It's going to be definitely some questions to rise up over the summer. But there we go. But that's going to be it for this stream, guys. Like I said, it's only scheduled to be about half an hour or so. We've got it bang on cue pretty much. Big thanks to Max and Lewis for coming on for a little bit and sort of sharing their thoughts. Like I said, Real Madrid winning 1-0 tonight at the Stade de France. Should be interesting to see where the next Champions League final is going to end up and who's going to be involved in it. It'll be interesting to see what happens in 12 months' time. To all the people that threw tear gas at the Liverpool families, shame on you. For all the Liverpool fans that tried getting in without a ticket and delaying the game, shame on you. Not enough said. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, thank you very much, Max and Lewis. Thank you. And thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all later. Thank you.